Tapuzin. And Tapuzin is the priest of Quetzalcoatl who leaves Cholula for Rhoda in Arizona. Rodrigo El Cid and his father Diego Lanez, or Jacob Khan, married into the Davidic Exarch family. So now he's connected with the Davids. He's already Judah, but now he's in the David High Court family of Barcelona, which are still Nagas. And Este, his daughter Maria Rodriguez, was the wife of Ramon Berenguer the fourth Arnold, Count of Barcelona, descended in the male line from Gulbulin or Gul Albarik, Belan Yakar Ben Judah. Bang! These were all the tribes of Judah, but whether we're talking Asia there or Asia here. Spain, France, Nagas, Israel, more and more. Right, the youngest son of the Makir Tedros of Septimania lying Calvo, sister Shamin of Calais, married Fernand Nunez of the Counts of Amaya family. We know we in America, right? Some genealogists have confused the ancestries of this family of the LC. Okay. So what are they fighting over? They fighting over the promised land. Fighting over Cali, the pomegranate, Septimania, the 7 cities of gold. Kalelu. And here's some of these inscriptions found on these artifacts in Arizona. I mean, come on, boy. These are their little redrawings of them, but just imagine how beautiful they are. They got a dragon wrapping around it, man. These are definitely high, energetic connections, man. That's all I can say. High frequency drives. And what they call crosses, you might look at as a sword, right? Look at that. They found this in Arizona, right? At first, the Jewish community got excited. They said, "Oh, this proves we have some American ties." And it's like, whoa, that would be to say that we are the Toltecs, and that's crazy. Let's back out of this before we just look crazy to this people. Now we gotta act like we got rode up on by Columbus. Cut it. Some also say that there was a little Hebrew and Greek found on them as well. Is that right? Roman Jewish crosses to Rimoni Hebrew colonies and leg crosses of Tucson, right? That's what we just showed on the Rhoda map. So this is their interpretations of these inscriptions. It's not exactly this and that, but Britain, Albion, Jacob are all these swords and artifacts. Romans, Actine, Theodore, like Theodorus, right? This is their translation. Right? So Gaul, Sinai, Israel. On the vertical beam of one of the lead crosses is this inscription: councils of great cities together with 700 soldiers. AD 800, January the 1st. Quote, "We are born over the sea to Kalerus, an unknown land where Toltexas, Sylvanus ruled far and wide over a people. Theodore transferred his troops to the foot of the city, Rhoda." So Theodorus was right there in Arizona when we talk about forbidden histories of America. And more than 700 were captured. No gold is taken away. Theodore, a man of great courage, rules 14 years. Jacob rules for 6. With the help of God, nothing has to be feared in the name of Israel. Arizona cons, 700, 800 AD. This ain't a part of their Native American history, boy. This ain't native enough. Let's go. Second cross has the following inscription: Jacob renews the city. With God's help, Jacob rules with mighty hand in the manner of his ancestors. Sing to the Lord, may his fame live forever. The third cross yielded this inscription: from the egg, the beginning, AD 700 to 900 AD, nothing but the cross. While the war was waging, Israel died. Pray for the soul of Israel, may the earth lie light on thee. He adds glory to ancestral glory. Israel, defender of the faith. Israel reigns 67 years. Israel the second rules for 6. Israel the third was 26 years old when he began to rule. Internecine war to conquer or die. He flourishes in ancestral honor day by day. So this is what's in Arizona. And then you have the 1000 AD with Israel the seventh going from Cholula to Tucson, Arizona. Right, then you got the Anasazi migration, out the four corners between 900 and 1300. And now you got Tenoch Titlan popping off up into 1300. And then what, Monaga? Then what? You got Genghis Khan's invasion in America, and then Columbus sails the ocean blue 1492. And then Nagas is expelled out of Spain 1452, right after the Papal Bull, or right exactly when the Papal Bull 1452 was popping off to get all you Hebrews and put you in perpetual slavery. So up in the 1300s, we straight, right? 1200s, well, you still got the Genghis takeover in 1202. So between 1200, 1300, then you got the 1400 invasion, 1500 still Charles V, yada yada, 16, 1700s, Chickamauga Wars, 1776, their revolution, right? You still got the Chickamauga, who are the Cherokees that are signing no treaties, making no deals with the hijack, which are still the same Sylvanus Toltexas cons, Preston John cons, Davidic cons, Israelites, Hasharala. AD 880, Israel the Third, for liberating Toltexas, he was banished. And so he saves Sylvanus Toltexas and was banished. He was first to break the custom. The earth shook, the earth shook, fear overwhelmed the hearts of men. In the third year after he had fled, they betook themselves into the city and kept themselves within their walls. A dead man thou shalt not bury nor burn in the city. So he liberated him by, you know, burying him or burning, burying his body, like liberating his soul. But you're not supposed to do that in the city, so he banished. Before the city, a plain was extending. Hills rung the city. It was 100 years since Jacob was king. Jacob stationed himself in the front line. He anticipated everything. Shout out to Kalelu's bodies on bodies at Kalelu's. He fought much himself, often smote the enemy. Israel turned his attention to the appointment of priests. We have life of people widely ruling. 895, an unknown land. What that I might accomplish my task to serve the king. It is uncertain how long life will continue. There are many things which can be said while the war rages. 3,000 were killed. The leader with his principal men are captured. Nothing but peace was sought. God ordains all things. And they don't know what the OL in scripture means. There's many theories on it. But Rhoda's right here. And the Rodans, you know what I'm saying? The Rodriguez, the Rhode Islands. So now they got Maine over there, they got Rhode Island over there, but Maine and Manningham are right here. I gotta find the other map that has the Rhoda and the Manningham right next to each other. You got the Toltec flow right here. Come on, cuz. It's all right here. It's all clear. This is pretty funny. It says 50 facts about the Tucson artifacts. Hmm. According to the then prevailing notion of personality, love to Kalelus.com and pull up these links. According to the then prevailing notion of the personality of the law, Jews, Britons, Gaul, Romans, and others were classified as Romans in Western Europe. Jews were classified as Romans. Now, you know, they're stretching hard. They're stretching hard if they want to connect, these titles of today together. But if you connect the Jews to Judah and the Romans to the Riman or the Rimoni, then yes, we know that it's all one. The Britons, which just means covenant, all this is one. So the Hebrews, like David Lowe tried to say, the Jewish Roman colony, no, it's the Judah Romani, it's the Judah Romani, it's the Jews and the Romans, right? Classified as Romans, while the Byzantine Greeks were still called Romans as well, because these Byzantines connected to the Mossack, the founder of the Mazzaka flow that we got, right? This is all. Remember, the Byzantine Empire was taken out a year after the Papal Bull too. So Hebrews are kicked out of Spain, 1452. Papal Bull Doom versus 1452. 1453, the Byzantine Empire falls. Because these was Hebrew Nagas. These are Moses Nagas. Because they had their own Rimani flow. So this Papal Bull Doom versus hijacked the Nagas that were in Spain first. Got them out of there. The Hebrew Nagas, you know what I'm saying? The Judah Nagas. And these Byzantine Nagas. They started cleaning house right there. Then in 1492, Columbus finds us, right? Come on, man. It was war against the Hebrews from place to place. It was war against the kingdom of the Prester John, the Indios in Hawaii. Man, okay. So they try to throw out like the complaint against these artifacts, and then this author is giving his rebuttal basically. So uh, they are old iron objects found outside Tucson in 1924. Incredibly, this fact, quote unquote, comes from the first sentence of the description of the Tucson artifacts in the Arizona Historical Society's catalog, which is published on the World Wide Web. The Tucson artifacts are made of lead, rusty ranch objects are found, artifacts are excavated and housed and protected. So they're not iron, they're lead. Interesting. They are made of common typographer's lead. On one of my visits to the Arizona History Society, I read a whole dossier from their archives on how three married cowboys cooked the whole hoax up in their kitchen stove to puzzle newspaper reporters. The Arizona Bureau of Mines at the University of Arizona certified long ago that the lead of the Tucson artifacts matched that of the old Yuma mine about 12 miles away.